From an anecdotal standpoint, duo queuing is one of the most popular ways of playing Overwatch competitively, and it makes a heck of a lot of sense too. You're getting that balance between having at least one of your teammates be competent without entering that space that makes you feel like the matchmaker is actively trying to make you uninstall the game. People who play in bigger stacks might be able to relate. But another cool thing you can do in duo queue is rely on synergy between all the parts that you know you will be having in any given match. You and your duo partner know what you're good at, and that is obviously not changing when going from match to match. Rather than simply relying on mechanical prowess, you should also be considering strong hero combinations that can give you an advantage based on its own merit. Now obviously all of this is not gonna matter when the entire rest of your team is making it their job to somehow throw the game, but it might improve your chances nonetheless. For today's video I picked a number of duo comps that I believe can help you win more matches in the current ranked season 10. But don't forget, in an ideal world you're gonna be making your picks based on which maps you're playing on, as well as putting the enemy composition into consideration. Despite popular belief, there is no easy win button, but ultimately I want to try and make you guys better players in general. So I picked out some combos that help against heroes that are currently popular, while also explaining why they are strong on certain types of maps. And hopefully from there on out, you will be able to add one and one together to make subsequent decisions on your own.
So let's go ahead and get this payload moving.
I'm sure that most of you are looking to have me give you guys some counter options for one of two heroes in particular. So why don't we start with one of the more annoying ones in the current meta? Brigitte. Even without the introduction of the Hanzo changes in the Overwatch League, there's one thing we can learn when it comes to dealing with the shield maiden, and that is distance. An obvious choice here would be Pharmacy. Despite some people saying that Mercy got nerfed into the ground, she's still very popular, and that for good reason. A tether that offers continuous healing? Sign me the hell up. Now, what makes Pharmacy so strong against Brigitte is the fact that her shield is very slender, which means that she is quite susceptible to splash damage, not to mention her obvious lack of reach. A team that runs Brigitte will often lack the means to take care of a Pharah in the sky, particularly when she's being pocketed by a Mercy. But there are a few problems I have to address that people kept bringing up in the comment section as well. Where Pharmacy is an extremely potent combo in lower ranks, because quite frankly it does not take a heck of a lot of skill to pull off, the problems increase the higher in elo you place. Naturally, you would assume higher ranked players to have better aim, thus making it more difficult to play Pharah. And this is where I need you to consider two things: map design and team coordination. Yes, there are maps that offer too little on the side of cover to make Pharah viable, because whenever you show your face, a hitscan hero is gonna be in optimal range to take you out. But you also have to consider that, even as a strong duo comp, you are part of a team of 6. Showing your face unnecessarily when your team is not even engaging is gonna make you that much more of an easy target. So make sure that you choose your engagements more carefully when opposing a competent hitscan player. Your target priority needs to be on spot, which means taking out the heroes that are most dangerous to your composition. Making a Pharmacy work means focusing the enemy hitscan heroes down as soon as your team engages on them. They cannot look at your front line and the sky simultaneously, so again, make sure you don't show your face unnecessarily. When it comes to maps that really don't lend themselves to Pharah at all, and those that are more close quartery, replace the Pharah with a Junkrat and make sure that your team stays the hell away from the enemy team. After all, a Brigitte can only heal her team effectively by punching you in the face, so you always want to try to keep her at arm's length. If you have more damage to win the shield war, then you should also be winning the engagement. And I'm sure that you won't have any trouble finding a willing Hanzo player to clean up after you when you already spammed the enemies into oblivion. Well, now that I already brought up Hanzo, I guess I should also be providing a possible solution for that rather nagging issue. With the addition of storm arrows, Hanzo has become a shield breaker more than ever before. That makes playing heroes like Reinhardt rather difficult. But do keep in mind that we are talking about duo queues here. Most players really don't think 2 steps ahead at all, so one combo to take advantage of the spam would be a Reinhardt Zarya. You can be sure that those solo queue Hanzos are gonna be using storm arrows off of cooldown whenever possible, making it extremely easy for you to get to high charge. When playing in choke point heavy maps, you can greatly take advantage of the spam habits of many players. The added benefit here is that a high charge Zarya right click does AoE damage, which you can also use to spam a Brigitte down by tossing it to her side. sides. Again, her shield won't be protecting her from anything but the most frontal type of damage. Now if that sounded basic to you, then let me just say this. I will stop talking about basic stuff when people stop running garbage compositions like Roadhog and D.Va on ladder, because decisions like that make my heart bleed. And since we are currently in a meta where seemingly all the tank mains quit the game because they are tired of getting crowd controlled and nobody else seems to know what the hell they're doing, let me give you another tank duo. Winston and D.Va. I know everyone thinks that divers are literally unplayable in Season 10, which is wrong, but nonetheless, it is a big challenge. Identifying which maps you can play it on and then convince 4 other people to follow your suggestion of a comp that everyone says is garbage is probably not gonna happen. But do try to keep the most basic tank combinations in mind, please. Reinhardt Zarya because you can reliably get high charge by coordinating peaks. Winston D.Va because they can dive together and keep each other alive. And also Roadhog Orisa because of the hold hook combo and general stationariness of these heroes. Please make sure that your tank heroes are synergizing. There are only few cases where solo tanking is a good idea. And while you can obviously run other combinations based on your current matchup, just make sure you know why you run what you're running rather than just saying, well, we need 2 tanks, so I might as well pick anything. Now I talked about some DPS combos, which honestly were just mercy pockets, but that's kinda the meta right now. Who can outspam the other first? I also talked about basic tank combos, but what about support combos? One of the strongest support duos consists of Mercy and Zenyatta. Zenyatta's damage output together with his Discord Orb add value to so many different compositions. The reason he works so well with Mercy is because they can pocket each other, and as a support duo, keeping each other alive is very important, because God knows the rest of your team is not gonna move a finger to do that. Zenyatta and Mercy are also commonly run in triple support strategies featuring Brigitte. Most other support combos really don't work all that well because you're either gonna be lacking sustain or damage. Res and Discord Orb are just extremely powerful assets to your team. The last common support duo will be Lucio and Moira, which you'd usually run in quad tank compositions. You can still do that, but it is very map dependent, and all of your tanks kinda need to be firing at the same target or else you're just feeding ultimate charge. So I cannot really recommend it all that much in the current meta, but hey, the more you know, right? When it comes to actual DPS duos, I have deliberately left that out. Do not, and I repeat, do not duo queue with 2 DPS mains. You know just as well as me that everyone wants to play DPS anyway, so hogging both of these slots is likely gonna cause more harm than good. Generally speaking, you should try to be flexible. Sure, odds of somebody fighting you for support and tank slots are not quite as high, but it's still good to be able to dodge onto other picks to make sure everyone can sit on their best heroes. But when it comes to what I believe to be the strongest duo comps in Season 10, I will be leaning towards the following. Pharmercy, Mercy Junkrat, Hanzo Junkrat, and Reinhardt Zarya for all the reasons I covered, as well as Reinhardt Brigitte for stun shadow combos. But hey, if you think that I missed something, then drop your own suggestion down into the comment section below to help out your fellow ranked players. While you're down there, don't forget to drop me a like on your way out if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to see you all next time.